Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in our player ratings episode. So, Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 3. It's the day after. I'm feeling a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed. I don't feel like it was too bad of a performance. There was things that I would love us to improve on and get better at, but I think all in all, coming off the back of a 3-1 loss against Liverpool at home, where we've created numerous gilt-edged chances, which we should be burying. I think if we're looking at it from that side of things, then we should, we could have easily got a draw from that game. When we were heavily on top against Liverpool, when we were ticking, when we were motoring, when we were getting up on the ball, Kamara was dictating play. The double pivot was working brilliantly. We was peppering their box with crosses. We were really on top. And for me, if Villa could have got that next goal, we could have gone on to draw the game or potentially, who knows, get something else from it. So that is the pleasing aspect of it. The defending at times, the through balls, the balls over the top, the balls behind the fullbacks are something that I was a little bit annoyed about. And I was annoyed about the start of the game where I felt like if we'd have been a little bit more aggressive, we'd have pressed better. We really could have put Liverpool under pressure. But first half, it just felt like we were playing into Liverpool's hands. We were playing at Liverpool's tempo. We weren't really laying a glove on Liverpool. So I was disappointed with that side of things. But first game back, plenty to build on. Let's get better. Let's get better. Let's take the initiative a little bit more, be a little bit braver. I think that's what we've got to be at times, a little bit braver and just believe in ourselves a little bit more. And I think positive results will come. So if we head over to our website, usvpodcast.co.uk, we want to go under the player ratings section. And as you can see, this is where you'll be putting your player ratings. On the right-hand side, that's the average of what Villa fans have rated each player. So we'll kick it off then with Olsen. I'm going to give Olsen a 5. As you know, Villa fans, I was very worried about Olsen going into this game, but I felt like he did okay. He made some real good saves, especially that one off Nunes, and his distribution was okay. Okay, it's not the best, is it, if we're being honest? It's not the best, but I thought like he did okay with the ball. Probably, yeah, solid 5 for Olsen. Solid 5. Nothing else to say, really, on Olsen. We'll give Ashley Young a 5. Konsa a 5. Mings a 6. And we'll give Luca Dean a 5 as well. So the defence, I don't really think either fullback had a great game. I think like Liverpool targeted our fullbacks to get in behind. They targeted our centre-backs to the ball through the two of them. But yeah, I don't think Young offered too much going forward. Luca Dean slightly better. But yeah, I think they didn't really have too good of a game. Konsa did okay. I think Mings was the better out of the two. He made a few key interceptions. But all in all, we were put heavily under pressure by the high line. So that's the way we want to go. Then we need to be better at defending against the high line, because Liverpool were just through time and time again. And we've got Spurs up next. And we know Son and Kane, high line, ball over the top. Yeah, it needs work. It needs work. So Cash, I give him a 4. Did Cash come on? Not sure whether Cash came on, did he? Boubacar Kamara gets a 7 for me. As I said earlier, I felt like when we were starting to tick, Kamara looked really good. He was getting on the ball. He was dictating play. He was winning the ball back. He had a real good game, Kamara. We'll go with Dougie Luiz. I'm going to give him a 6. For me, I feel like Luiz just needs to be stronger in the tackle. Needs to be stronger. The second goal we conceded where Ashley Young should have been stronger. I think Luiz got bumped off the ball. There was a few times in that game where we had 50-50s and we weren't coming on top in them 50-50s. That needs to improve as well. We need to win them 50-50 challenges. So we'll go with Emi Buendia. Emi Buendia. I'm going to give Buendia a 5. I spoke about Buendia that he needs to have a big 6 months, and he started off with a Buendia type Villa performance. You can't knock, and he's an infectious player to watch because you can't knock what he tries to do. He tries to get on the ball, he tries to play through balls, he tries to get involved, but it's frustrating to watch because sometimes you just want to see a little give and go, get a shot off, and he doesn't get enough shots off for me at the minute. He's not getting enough shots off, and he's getting bumped off the ball again, and he needs to be stronger. So, okay, he gets a solid 5. Let's see what you can do in the next game, and let's get some confidence, but I want to see more. I want to see more from Buendia. John McGinn, I'm going to give a 6. I felt like McGinn did okay. McGinn did okay. I'm going to give McGinn a 6. He was dogged, determined. He was winning the ball back. Yeah, a couple of his passes should have buried the header, should have shot. I don't know why he keeps doing this. He keeps going with his head. Just put your laces through it, kid. Yeah, I felt like he had a good game, a good solid game, John McGinn. He did okay. Let's go next one. Leon Bailey, I'm going to give a 6 as well. And we'll give Watkins a 6 as well. We'll talk about them now. So Bailey again does well now when he's sort of inside, drifts out wide. He was looking to take on players. He was looking to get the ball in the box. Again, another one, should have buried his chance. So, you know, if he buried that chance, he had one on the edge of the 18-yard box as well. So he had a decent game. Watkins, again, has had his critics, but I felt like he did okay. He had a good game as well. Should have buried his header. Harder to miss his header he scored than the one he missed he should have scored. His hold-up play was decent. I just felt like Watkins had a real decent game. His header was a real good finish. His one-on-one that was offside, that was a good finish as well. So both of them did okay. Coutinho, when he came on, I'd give Coutinho a 5. When he came on, Danny Ings again gets a 5. And then Donker, when he came on, gets a 5 as well. So I think my ratings aren't too dissimilar from Villa fans. I mean, everyone's gone quite low on Olsen. I think that's a bit unfair. I don't think Olsen was as bad as what we thought he could have been. Defence, force, the average. Mings, yeah, got back what I put. Kamara and Villa play man of the match for Villa fans then. But Villa fans, what are we seeing in those player ratings again? Villa's average highest player rating for most fans was a 6.8. I gave him a 7. There's 4s, there's 5s, there's 3s in there. Need to get higher player ratings, 7s across the board. So a frustrating one, but signs that we created enough chances to get something from the game. Plenty to ponder for Unai Emery. I've seen a little bit of criticism about his subs being too late. I was actually sat there thinking, I don't think I'd have made any. I think he got it right. I think when we were on top, I don't feel like anyone could have came on in that game and sort of changed the pattern of the game. We were around the 60, 65, 70-ish mark. We were still in the game there. And I don't feel like bringing on an Ings or a Coutinho would have changed it too much. So I feel like he did okay, and I felt like his hand was forced when we went 3-1 down because he had to make changes then. And I felt like he made them because he had to make them, because I don't think they would have changed the game anyway. So it all went a bit flat at 3-1. And that was a little bit frustrating. So, yeah, all in all, decent game. So it'd have been a good game for a neutral as well. So plenty to work on, plenty to ponder. I'm glad you've all enjoyed our content over Christmas as well. Cheers for supporting. And yeah, up the Villa, and we'll speak to you all soon.